Hello! In today's video, we'll showcase how Kognitos is redefining exception handling by enabling you to teach your automations how to handle the exceptions themselves. When we look at how traditional automation approaches exception handling, automation developers have to consistently build new exception handling logic for each new edge case that occurs. And with traditional automation, if an exception is not explicitly handled, the automation will break and need to be manually reviewed. Now we'll cover the Kognitos approach to exception handling. When an automation encounters an exception or an edge case, the automation will pause and send an email notification for help to a designated team. The email will have a link that takes the user to Kognitos' exception handling interface. From the interface, the user teaches the automation how to resolve the exception by writing simple English statements. Once the automation has been taught how to resolve the issue, the automation can take the input and pick up where it left off, completing the rest of the steps of the automation. And moving forward, the automation has now learned how to resolve exceptions for all future runs related to this use case. Let's take a look at what this process looks like with an example. We have an invoice processing automation that ran into an exception. The automation was unable to find the invoice number, so it sent an email notifying the team that they need to provide feedback. The email contains a link that takes the user to the exception center where they can handle their exceptions. In this case, we can see on the document that the invoice number was not located properly because the fields didn't have any clear indicators like the word invoice number or invoice # on the document. The automation is asking us to provide the invoice number, so we have a few options. We can type in the invoice number and provide it back to the automation so that it can pick up where it left off, or we can teach the automation how to resolve this issue. Kognitos is the only automation platform that allows you to provide feedback in English to the automation so that it can learn how to resolve the error and apply that logic for all future runs. So for example, here we've told the automation, hey, the document's invoice number is above the document's account number. And once we hit submit, your automation becomes that much smarter. Let's look at one more exception example. In this case, we are trying to get an opportunity in Salesforce named Gene Point. Kognitos identified multiple opportunities in Salesforce that contain the word Gene Point, and so Kognitos will actually prompt the users to handle the exception by clarifying which opportunity that they actually want to work with. So Kognitos returns all the possible matches for Gene Point and allows the user to pick. So in this case, we'll pick Gene Point ELA, and the automation can pick up where it left off. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any questions about exception handling, please feel free to reach out. Thanks, and have a great day.